Hello, my loves, and welcome to Create Your Life. My name is Simone Leah, and I am your host. And today I'm so excited to be here with you guys because today I'm talking to you about whether you are currently soul led or emotions led. Now, follow me on this one, guys. One thing that I've really been noticing a lot lately is a lot of people using the fact that they're soul led and they're listening to their intuition as more of an excuse to not actually do the business things. Now, what this can look like is someone who's a business owner saying, "Oh, I just don't feel like posting today. It's just not in alignment." Or, "Oh, I just didn't feel like that client was in alignment, so I didn't bother following up with them." Or, something along the lines of, "I really wanted to do this thing, but then it got really hard. And so I just felt like that wasn't in alignment for me." Right. And here's the thing, using the fact that you are soul led and spiritual as a way to bypass doing hard things is not helping you. So, the thing with manifestation is it's all about being and feeling and actually taking that aligned action. And so, when you are like, "I'm in the feelings and I know what I need to do," and then you bypass it with, "But I just don't feel like doing it today," that's not you taking aligned action. Not everything is going to be easy. When you're trying to manifest something, there's still going to be steps that you need to do that might feel hard, but they're in alignment with the bigger end goal of where you're trying to go. So if you're trying to build $1 million business, it's not going to just fall into your lap. There are going to be things that you need to do that are going to feel new or challenging or like something that you don't want to do forever. And you won't have to do them forever. When the business gets big enough, you'll be able to outsource those tasks. But if you're not prepared to listen to your soul leading you in the direction of where you want to go in the early stages, that's going to cause you problems later on. I do understand as women that we are different to men. We can't just settle on a goal and just drive, because we don't function like that. We function in waves. We have hormones, we have cycles. And so, what I always tell my clients is to understand who you are and where you're at in your life and having that self awareness. I know for me that there's going to be a week in the month where I'm very much going to feel like I can only look at spreadsheets. I can't do anything creative. I just need like data, facts, give me the straight up, right? There's also going to be another week where I'm like, I can't look at a spreadsheet. My brain just can't do this. I need to go create something, right? And then there's also going to be a day where I'm just going to be emotional over nothing and I'm going to want to cry. And that's totally cool. And I know this about myself. So I can allow for this in the way I structure my days, my weeks, my business, so that I can make the most of how I feel in the moments to get the most out of what I'm doing, right? So I know at the start of the month, okay, there's going to be a week where I'm going to be a little bit more spreadsheety. Okay, how can I load that particular week up with things that are more data-y tasks, more analytical tasks? How can I maximize that amount of time? And then how can I maximize the creative week? Well, that's the week that I should be doing all the filming and doing reels and doing interviews and talking to people. So it's about understanding who you are and where you're at so that you don't just go, "Oh, I'm not in the mood to do that today." And then 2 years later, your business has gotten nowhere and you're like, manifestation doesn't work. It does work, but you have to take the aligned action. You have to know yourself well enough and your goals well enough to commit to doing the things that are actually going to get you there in a way that actually does feel like it's in ease and flow for you. So, for example, if I was talking to someone and they're like, "I just don't feel like doing this, blah, 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 blah," then I say to them, "Okay, well, can you do it on a different day? Or can you do that task in advance so that every single week or every single month, you're knocking that task out?" Here's an example of that: social media. So many people are like, "I don't want to do social media." That's fine. Just spend one afternoon doing it and have it planned for the rest of the week. That way, if something comes up, then you are totally covered because you've already got the content made. Now, why is this important? It's because life does come up, and we want to make sure as well that we know the tasks that are going to move our business forward. We know the tasks that we need to do every day that are going to get us towards our goals. And to be honest, those key tasks that are going to move your business forward are probably only going to take 45 minutes to 1 hour every single day, max. The rest of the stuff is just add-ons or things that are going to move you forward, but they're not the everyday things, right? So For example, you might have daily tasks of you have to post on social media because that's your marketing. You have to have a certain amount of conversations each day. There's certain people you need to have check-ins with, if you've got VAs, that sort of thing. There are certain things that you need to do. You might need to make sure there's enough petty cash in the till, whatever your sort of business is. You might need to make sure your staff have all the training they need. You might even be in a season where you need to train staff, and that's something you have to do every day. But they don't need to take all day. Then there's going to be things that come up that move your business forward that you do have to do, but aren't everyday tasks, like sales calls. They're going to change every single day. You might have 2 one day, 0 the next, right? So we do have to manage what we're doing and make sure that those daily tasks that move the needle forward, we are actually doing them, and we're not bypassing it by going, it's not in alignment. You know what I mean? Because the more you say it's not in alignment, the less discipline you have. The less discipline you have, the less the universe is going to think you're serious about wanting to achieve that goal. So you have to turn up for yourself. You have to turn up for your business. You have to show the universe that you're in, but you can do it in a way that feels like it's in ease and flow. You can do it in a way where things do feel a little bit hard sometimes, but they're still in alignment. There is a way to grow your business that feels nice and feels like you're living your life the way you want to live it, but you're actually still taking the actions to move it forward. And so that's what I want you guys to understand is the difference. You can sit there and build your business in a way that means that the first sign of trouble or the first sign of something feeling out of alignment, you stop taking the action. You can build your business like that. It's going to feel 100 times harder. It's going to feel like you're pulling teeth. But if you can always hold yourself to staying in alignment with your end goal, whether that's to be $1 million or have the turnover of $200,000 that year or whatever it is, if you can keep that goal in your mind and do everything that's in alignment with that goal, it's going to make those daily tasks feel a lot easier. It's going to be easier to zoom out of the day to day and just go, yeah, I might not want to do this action right now, but it's still in alignment and I won't have to do it forever. I'm just in a season. And that happens in every stage of business. There's always going to be different seasons at each level you get to. At 10K months, there's going to be a different season to when you have to get into, or when you're trying to get to a 20K month. 20K month is a different season to a 50K month. So it's about understanding who you are and what your goal is and staying in alignment to you and the goal by still actually taking action, not saying, hey, I don't want to do this right now. It's not in alignment. You know what? Your end goal is in alignment. That's why it's your end goal. So guys, I want you to take the action. I want you to understand that not everything is going to feel easy. There are going to be days when it's hard. There are going to be days when life throws things at you that you weren't expecting, that the day's just not going to go where you thought it would. But understand who you are. Understand the daily actions you need to take to move your business forward, which isn't updating your landing page for the 500th time. That's not going to necessarily move your business forward. That's not a money-making task. You want to have that real knowledge and laser focus on, okay, these are the things I need to do. I need to follow up on all of the people that I've had sales calls with in the last week. I need to make sure I've got marketing going out. I need to make sure I'm talking about my offers. These are the things that are going to move your business forward, and making sure that they are your priority every single day, no matter what. Doesn't matter if it doesn't feel in alignment for that day. If not everything is going to feel in alignment every single day, but your goal is. The goal that you've set is going to feel like it's in alignment. So how do you guys go with this? What do you do to make sure that you feel okay? I will also say there is definitely a nervous system regulation part of this as well, and making sure that you actually feel safe and supported to do the things you need to do and achieve your goals. But that's probably another video. So how do you guys handle when you guys feel like you're doing your business and things just don't feel in alignment? Do you stop, or do you go back to your big goal and know that it's in alignment for that? I'd love to hear from you. So connect with me. Let me know what you thought of this video. Share it with anybody else who needs to understand the difference between saying that something's in alignment and not doing it, or not in alignment and actually taking the action required to manifest and create the life that you actually want. So connect with me below. I can't wait to hear from you, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.